Yeah, so I think also something from my end. I was so impressed by. Oh, sorry, Mbali. Go ahead, Mbali.
No, I actually wanted to point out Dineo's question, but also I had my own. Dineo asked, where did Zuki end up going?
I think it was in the US, right? UK.
UK, yeah. London.
So I had a question about I don't know, maybe it was like production costs, saving, whatever. I just could not understand why they had to keep on going to that damn woman's restaurant and eat there. I I was just like, this woman is a gossiper. We all know that. She like so I don't know. I just kept on thinking, why are we keeping on going back to this restaurant? Like, what is it about this particular I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. Like the paying the church, the restaurant or the eatery place. I just could not. I was like, let's not go. Why are we going? It's toxic for everybody. Let's not go.
That's the local. I don't know. That's the local social spot, right? This is a small township. What? In somewhere in Kenya, right? I think we sometimes watch things from a South African standpoint, and
Mm,
we forget that like South Africa is not like most other places in Africa, and also we are in the cities in South Africa. We This might be the case in some rural area in KZN or the Eastern Cape, where there's only got one. They've got one church. They've got one social spot. So that might be a cutting of Netflix to say we're only going to record um in this one spot, or really that is the only like place in the community. But I'd like somebody else to chime in on this.
If I may, Mbadi, I had the exact same thought because I was like, but why do we keep going back to eat there? And then I realized now that this thing is being recorded, I'm not gonna mention places, but there was a part of the homelands that I used to visit. It was just that one place. You knew when you got there, everybody, it's like little 7 Everybody knows everybody's business. The gossip town is there, the town gossip, like but you keep going. It's like Kgosi movie club. You know you're gonna come here and cry, but you keep coming anyway. It's like that whole it's some places have, and also it's familiarity. It's better to go where you already know what's going to happen than to go to different places where you don't even know what surprises that place might have. I don't know, I thought about that quite a lot actually as well, but and then I realized that as people we also have these patterns that we should, in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020, in hindsight you realize, well, actually I should have stopped going there a long time ago, or actually I should have stopped talking to that person a long time ago, but because we're so used to it, then we kept on going. Sometimes it's lack of other options also. Sometimes it's also lack of affordability. I mean, if we can all go to Sandton, I think we would all get in and we would all drive there. But I think it's when you have a community, you just do what community does, even though by the time you leave, the whole town, the whole village is gonna know that you were there and you try to hold someone's hand. So yeah.
For me, I would say maybe it's the budget as well, but also she had to be a representation of just how the society as a whole thinks like. So I think they just wanted to emphasize on how people's thoughts have what? Deo, stop it.
don't
So for
say
me, that is it. But also as well to also say familiarity, as Debuho has said, Now that I think about it, in our home village, we just gather at those shops, guys, during Christmas. Like people come from far, far other villages, and in the essence, in other villages, there have been some small shops that have been built, but we know that in Christmas, people come to our village for those kinds of celebrations. They've got other places where it's more nicer and it's more fun, but I don't know. Even me myself, I now that I'm grown, I can actually afford to go to somewhere and have my Christmas there, but honestly, you will never catch me anywhere else. I just wanna be local, where where I know I'm safe and I'm confident and umunati. So yeah, so I'd say familiarity as well and the budget. I didn't see it, but I know. I know. I mean, can we talk about Kenna's clothes? Now that we are on the budget issue, the clothing department, mm-mm. I don't know where they got those whitewashed jeans, but yeah, I would say they did their what they wanted to bring out. Yeah, they actually if they wanted to bring out that poverty thingy and just like I don't know, middle class, lower class, yeah. Because I had an issue with Kenneth's clothes. I don't wanna lie. Eh, I didn't like it. I didn't like them.
Yes, Mbali.
Sorry, guys. I'm thinking about all the things that came up. That moment of the results, the school results. Yeah, they should have rerun that acting part a few times. Cause Kenna's reaction, I was like, I could have stopped watching the movie there, because I was like, so here's Zuki, so excited and whatever, and your reaction is not matching. It's only at the part where they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be a doctor." You see, you just wanted to be a nurse. Now you're gonna be a doctor. Where I'm like, okay, the energy is picking up. Like that's how you're supposed. She wasn't giving, "Oh, I'm anxious. I don't know if I made it," and she wasn't also giving, "Oh my God, tell me, what is it? What is it?" Or, "I know I did so well." It was just giving. I don't know. Look, wow. It was giving. I know you're supposed to be acting because this is not real life. It frustrated me so much, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody had those moments where it's like, we could have run these clips a few more times. Like, scene number whatever, take 5, take 20, because no.
It's giving generations. I can't do this anymore. Why are you guys talking to my mom like that?
I'm sorry I'm bringing this up because now we're touching on the budget and things. So, I hate that I'm being like this because it's giving classist and all these things privileges. But yeah, I had that moment. That's when I thought I could stop watching this thing because I was like, no, this energy is not giving. Like, I've gotten what I need to get at that point, I think. Yeah.
Did I ask a question? I think in the chat box.
Yeah. I was also, I think, okay. I've seen the first part. Why didn't Ziki have school results? And I was thinking she was busy looking at Kenna's results and where were her dreams and aspirations. She just wanted to be a doctor's wife. I also got the first part. I was like, how did one have the results and the other one didn't? And okay, yeah. Now that you say one had aspirations and the other one didn't, I didn't think of that. But yeah, yeah. I also thought that was weird in that scene. That really stood out for me.
Okay. I think Zuki was more of a typical old school politician's child. It's now really nowadays where politicians' children are now trying to build something for themselves. Back then, they just lived off of their parents. That's why you realized after their parents died, they just squandered the wealth and everything just goes out the window. Or a typical rich, old school rich man's daughter, she was giving that. Those ones that will say they're now like gathered in their parents' house, which their parents built years ago, and nobody has like their own house and everything. I picked that vibe from her. I could see from the way she was so unconventionally dressed to see her hair and everything, and nobody even said a thing. Even that gossip lady didn't make a comment towards her hair or the way she dressed or the fact that, and you can see, Batung guys, she had Chanel number one, Chanel number two, who were willing to fight for her attention, and they were just following her around and just like dancing with her. So she was just a typical old school politician's daughter who was just hoping to secure herself a rich wife. Yeah.
You can't hate her for being very direct and clear about her aspirations. Like she just wanted to travel the world. Like, oh, you want to be a nurse? No, be a doctor. But as for me, I'm traveling the world. So
You
I
know,
like that she was clear from the get go. Like she wasn't trying to aim higher, or not aim higher, but I mean, traveling is
she wasn't
style.
lowering her
Like,
standards. She
yeah.
communicated well. I just want to be Vicky when I grow up as well. Just be a doctor's wife.
You
Just travel
know,
the world.
your question, what school are we talking about here? Was it school, high school, varsity school? What? Because then I started asking myself, what age gap are they? Or age range rather?
Yeah, that's it. I
You
hear
didn't
that.
stop it.
I missed that one.
Because I couldn't understand, is this high school? But then if it's high school, then did we trust the right people? I, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not
Okay. I
it was
think
high
Abigail
school.
put some light on the education system of Kenya. What's
Yeah.
happening there?
Yeah, I was also they were after high school. It was after high school, just immediately after. So now you have a 1 year break. I think now it was during that time. Yeah, but I kind of felt like we were also a bit young. Because it is before you go to university now. That means you're probably 19.
Yeah, okay, I get it now. 19. I think that's also the typical age of when you finish high school in Zim because you have grade 1 to 7, and then you write the grade 7, and then you have form 1 to 4. That's the O level. And then you write so that you can be able to qualify for form 5 and 6. I think that's what they want to call grade 12 and 13 in South Africa now because I think that's why most South Africans say, "Oh my God, Zimbabweans are so intelligent." No, we just have an extra year. So the things that you do
yeah.
first year, the things
I
that
can tell you, Leon, we have bigger problems, but we can take that. We don't have an expensive, but
no, guys, it's not me, it's the internet. That's what they say. They're like, if you have a Zimbabwean in your class, But honestly speaking, my dad is a teacher and he came from the Zimbabwean school system to the South African school system. So I asked him, I was like, Dad, are we really intelligent or what? And then he was just like, no. Uh, as a Zimbabwean teacher, girl, I struggled with not using my hand on those kids. Guys, in Zim, they beat us way, nah. Like they'll tell you to say, if they come to your school and the teachers are concerned about the pastor, they'll tell you, if you don't want us to beat your child, leave with your daughter out of this room. The parents will say, beat mine. They'll give you a tribute to those teachers. And I was a teacher
Wait,
myself.
to this day though.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And to this day, truly to this day, I remember there was a news that was trending of a kid from those A class schools, and he was beaten by a teacher, and the mother was like so sad. And people are like, girl, we know this school is like a rich people's school, but in that school, they say we are known for disciplining people. So when the parent was mad and took off to the internet, hoping people would say, "Oh my God, corporal punishment! What?" People are like, "What's so special? What's so special?" In fact, the teacher did not do anything. You don't know what beating is. So yeah, it's still very much normal. And the kids that are not beaten, we haven't been able to work out to be able to, what I would say, produce a good crop. Kids that are not beaten at their homes or at school, yeah, it's really a tough environment for them to. We haven't been able to produce really good kids who are not given corporal punishment. We're like, go and stand in the corner. I We don't have that as of yet. Tell who is judging me, guys.
See, you're not lying, you're telling the truth. So that's all that matters. Don't worry.
I'm not lying.
You're not lying.
Well, that's. I think even for us it was like that, Leone. But nowadays, at least it's gotten better. But for us, we went through that system. Yeah.
Yeah, also did.
I mean, I don't know. For us, it's still illegal to give corporal punishment. But as I said, the parents give their kids as tribute. So when you say your daughter is misbehaving, or when you say, they'll be like, beat that child, beat them. I'm telling you, in Sunday school, the parents will be like, I'm telling them like, yeah, your child is. I can't handle them. They'll say, are you should get a stick, madam. You should get a stick because we cannot deal, honestly. So yeah, for us, corporal punishment is still there for some time. Yeah, I would say
What
for
did you
some
say? Did you
time.
say it's still legal?
I mean, yes, it's illegal,
Oh,
but
illegal.
I don't even think the court has time for that. I don't know. I've
Mm.
never really, as I said, to say we had a child from a rich people school, and when you expect people to say, yeah, as a parent, you can't pay 5,000 US dollars to just have your kid be beaten up. You get what I'm saying? And have
Yeah.
most comments saying that. Most comments were like, oh my God, there's nothing special. Why was he misbehaving? Doesn't he know that people are beaten? So, yeah.
Quick question. I don't know if I didn't see it. I didn't understand the ending. Did Zuki come back? Was that a hand or was Kenna dreaming, daydreaming?
I mean, she did come back, according to the gossip lady.
You see now, the gossiper is now our source of truth.
But then her showing up, I'm not sure because even the vibes changed. The color of
Yeah.
the screen, it was giving. Dreams.
I
But I don't
don't
know. I don't know. Did she come back?
I don't
I
know
think
if
she
she
did.
did.
I felt like the
Pasani,
scene gave hope.
Pasani should give
Um,
us an answer. She read the book.
Uh, the gossiper, she said it so much like, oh, she thought she could leave. Look at her being back in the it's slopes, eh? They call it slopes. She's back in the
Oh,
slopes. She's back. So I was like, are you saying this like it's like a downfall, like she's back at home? Like, why are you saying it so snacks? Like, I don't know.
Mara, guys, Dineo Mara, what are you saying?
She used to show up. Do you know? No, let's not use this budget thing. It's okay.
we did the best.
I mean, it's a good way to still end it. They just needed somebody's hand, some nice painted nails, and good to go.
Oh, they did. Oh, I didn't notice they didn't show the. Oh, I think in my head I assumed. Yeah, I assumed that it was her.
I also did. I mean, given Ben's smile and everything, I thought, oh, maybe it is kind of a happy ending. I mean, not like they've reconciled back in the relationship, but she's back in the country, and maybe things have changed. And there's now a doctor. Is Kenna a doctor now? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she is a doctor.
But the hospital was also giving low budgets.
Abigail, let's leave it.
But Abigail,
Did
how
you see the scrubs? Did anybody notice the scrubs?
The blanket that Mama Auntie was, what's the name? My grandmother has that blanket, I swear. And I like she wanted her to like have, I don't know, cardiac arrest or something. Because
And she
boy,
looked healthy, by the way. She looks so healthy. She didn't look sick. I was like,
I really wished her bad. Like I wanted her to I feel like Zuki, I don't know, Kenna should have said, if you don't want me to treat you, sign here, consent that you don't want me to touch you. And soon after signing, she stops breathing.
no, Leon. She was never sick. So that is a far-fetched probability. She looked as healthy as ever. The only thing she thought about when she saw Kenna was to say, oh, is this where you're hiding?
I feel like maybe if they sent the daughter pregnant, it would have made sense.
Who, the gossiper's daughter?
Yes, if she delivered the news, I mean, she gossiped with her daughter, would
Uh,
have thought, oh, she's pregnant and
and
she's here.
and it's and it's Dexter's child.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Guys,
Yeah.
let's talk see Gilona. What?
We're making up scenarios of how it could have played out differently. Tebogo.
So I'm noticing because when the movie ended, I was really hoping for a different ending. Like I don't know what I was hoping for, but I was hoping for like it was such an anticlimax ending. I was like, wait, what? This is it? After everything we've been through, this is it. Yeah, phela kanjalo. Like that's it.
The
That's
message
Yeah.
came across. The message was delivered. Tebogo. There was nothing more.
How?
yeah, they could have given us like a kick of maybe that pregnancy, yes, like a kick of an ending. At least make us feel like, woo, okay, it was all worth it. But then it was like wash down scrubs there, and you're like that hospital could have been like what do you mean? Like it was just like such an anticlimax of an ending, and I was like, well, that is not our story. If we want a great ending, we should write those stories then. But I was just like, yo, after I've cried so much.
Yeah. I think the budget was the problem. Because why is the doctor still on a motorbike?
Leon,
Okay,
Guys,
guys.
I think you know too many South African doctors.
You
Maybe
guys,
it was her first
Ah,
month
but
of
it's not the
internship.
content, it's the environment, guys. They wanted to keep it as real as possible. It's the environment, not the
Exactly.
budget.
It's not the
Ish.
budget.
And the car should have been part of the environment, guys. As a doctor, no.
It's the bus that was pulled when the pastor was no, not the pastor, the other politician was campaigning and he was inside the bus.
It's like colorful, no, no.
And the other guy is outside. I don't know if they're pushing the bus or what's happening.
But
I
it's
just
okay.
no, I just
Yeah,
knew
But
there
at
and
least,
there. I should have watched this in
Abigail, can get
2018.
order in your house, please.
But anyway, I just knew I should have watched this in 2018, not in 2025. Because I think in 2018 it would have made sense. I would have understood. I would have been like, it makes sense. 7 years later, I'm just like, hey,
oh,
yeah. But anyway,
no, guys, no, I refused. In 2018, doctors were well off. Let's be honest. A car, I stood by the car. It needed to be there. And Zuki's hairstyle, she could have just kept the old one. Because that afro, and let this get out. I'm just gonna say it now, allegedly. I'm gonna be sued for nothing. But no.
so
But it was, for me, the ending was so underwhelming. I don't wanna lie. It was.
Yeah.
It's not what I had in mind. I thought we were going to run away and have a beautiful life somewhere. Oh, Zuki was going to follow. What's her name? Kenna was going to follow Zuki to London. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe her parents. Somebody had to be understanding something positive, Nyana. Because no, man, the mother. I don't know what happened to her. I don't
mm,
know. Yeah. So for me, it was. I don't think Pasani. How was the book?
oh,
guys, I'm talking to
2020.
the chat
Well,
since I started the meeting late. Sorry, Basani, for speaking to you.
no, I was just gonna say it's not a book. It's a short story. It's just a short story, but it wasn't underwhelming. I don't think it was underwhelming. I don't think I remember the ending because I read the short story a long time ago. But it's just, I don't know. There's just something about movies because obviously when you like read something, you imagine using your own imagination, and now when you see a movie, it's so underwhelming. But yeah, um, in the short story, yes, they do meet again, but I feel like you guys will enjoy it more if you guys get access to it. Yeah. But this movie was good for 2018, I guess. But yeah, it was low budget. Very, very low budget. yeah. I
mm,
think
Yeah,
it's
you're
good to
right,
hear
honey.
that they
The
have
book
a
is always better. The book is always better.
100%.
true. I'm always
good.
worried when people want to take books and adopt books into movies. Because I'm always like, these people are gonna ruin this for me. But yeah, I mean, that's right.
Mm.
And the movie, how was the movie scene in Kenya? As if they improved, Abigail,
The what?
the movie scene, like the film industry as a whole in Kenya, is there an improvement from
So there's an improvement in terms of, from my perspective, and I think what most people say, there's an improvement in terms of production, but when it comes to storyline, no, it's always something adopted from like an American thing, of which it doesn't. To find something that is really speaking about Nairobi, the life that I live, it's very hard. It's usually just the storylines are not that out there, unless you find maybe the local shows now. The
Okay.
local shows are better. The ones that come on TV and something like that. Those ones, I think they're better. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have an I don't want to speak for all Zimbabweans, but I personally don't have an exposure for the film industry of Zimbabwe. I really don't know what's going on there. I haven't. I think I'll start doing my research to just find out if we have anything, even on YouTube or on Netflix. I've never seen any of our movies making rounds, and I don't think if there are any, they are marketing them well. So yeah, as
Okay.
of now, we're just holding on to South Africa. Okay.
Okay. I gave us an extra 10 minutes because I started the meeting 10 minutes later. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Abigail, for hosting us. And I'm only sad that I didn't get to record most of this because I was sitting in a car. But at least the part where Leonie admits to being a pathological liar is not recorded. But we know now. We know.
Continue being creative, Leonie.
Guys, I don't like men. I said I like to men. When I just see a man sitting in front of me, it's just my default setting is like lie.
You're still
I
lying. You're still lying, and we had you.
You should have been a lawyer.
guys,
Go on, Lionel. Speak after you.
I was just trying to explain myself to say I lie to men. I now that I think about it, guys, it's bad. If you're praying to anybody, whoever, just put me in your prayers. Because I always have to then correct people of my name to say, yeah, by the way, I'm not Linda, you know, I'm Leon. But yeah, I do lie, but sometimes not always. Okay, I'm lying now. I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Who Leonie is, her name is not going to change, right? I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining the space. I like the consistent group that's coming through. I know there's over 100 members in the group, but I like the cohort that keeps coming through every month. At least we get to know each other and we can have a good conversation. I don't know what the theme for next month is. So if anybody has an idea of a theme, please suggest it in the group and then we can vote for our next movie that we're going to discuss in July. I'm really open to themes, guys. You can suggest anything. I'm fine with it. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll connect with Mbali over TikTok Live and we're going to go through her bookshelf.
Yes.
So please come through and join me for that. But apart from that, I thank you for joining me tonight. For me, this movie was, yeah, it was predictable. It was okay, but I really liked that it was a different country taking on this topic and not just South Africa. There is another movie from 1997, and I can't remember what country it's from. It's called Dakan, and I don't know where to find that movie, but I did remember watching it on SABC Africa when I was still in high school. And it followed the lives of two guys who were in love from high school. And then they grew up and became adults and were forced to succumb to the pressures of society, etc. So I need to find that where that movie is. But yeah, if you want another movie to watch, Moonlight and Ingleba from South Africa were also good movies to watch for Pride Month. With that, I have no other words other than say thank you and please enjoy. For the South Africans, your public holiday tomorrow, it's Youth Day. Wear your school uniform, you know, And yeah, guys, we'll connect next month for the book club people. See you in 3 weeks. Time.
Thank you, Abigail, for
Thank
hosting
you.
us. Thank you.
Guys, bye.
Bye. Thanks, Abigail.